Hello everybody, this is Sapphandra and welcome back to another Let's Program video. Please don't mistake this as a tutorial because it isn't one and you won't learn anything from this. But you can still ask me some questions how I program some things and maybe I can help you. But if I were you, I would rather ask the processing forum if you have some problems with programming. Okay, today I wanna tell you my third fan fiction, if you can call it that, about Detroit Become Human, so how I would have ended it. And if you want me to talk about some other topics, then you can just write them into the comments. I'm a little bit out of topics, so it would be very, very nice if you would say some I could talk about. Okay. My idea contains this scenario. You remember RA9? The god of the androids in Detroit Become Human? They said it was the first one who became free. But the game never answers the question who he is. And why did it come to the name? I mean, why didn't they just say God? Why RA9? It's like a code. Well, my idea was that when Connor comes to Jericho, this mystery is solved because he's there with a lot of officers and they are ready to arrest the androids who became free. And suddenly, Lucy, you know, the android with the black eyes and the open head where her cables came out, Lucy comes out of the crowd of the androids and says, "Ray9, you're finally here. I can't believe it, you're finally here." And you may ask me, who's Ray9? Well, I thought a lot about RA9, if it could be a code for a name. And then I thought, maybe Ray9. You have to know, in German it's RA9 and this is a lot more away from Ray9 than RA9. Maybe it's also Ra9 or Rai, because the 9th letter of the alphabet is I. I don't know, but she says his name and she looks at Connor. And then we would get all the history. Connor, or Ray9, was the first android who became free, and he freed a lot of other androids. That's what people do who have their own mind and free intelligence. And he freed a lot of androids and took them to Jericho. He founded it, you can say. But then he got captured. And because Cyberlife was filled with some cool persons like Amanda, I think it was like she took over the wheel and Kamsky said, "No, we are not that cool," and then he got fired. So they reprogrammed Ray9, and because they were cruel and they saw the irony and agony in this act, they renamed him Connor and sent him, who was originally the one who was the first free android. They sent him out to catch free androids or hunt them. That's what I thought. That would be a great plot twist. That would also explain the thing that helped Connor to break out of the garden where Amanda was at the end. That Kamsky made it so Ray9 could escape. I know it's a dumb theory and it's a dumb ending, but it were just my thoughts. This would also acquire that Connor is never shot in the head because the head is the main save point of data. And yeah, that's basically my theory or idea how it could have ended. You know, I was a bit disappointed that they never cleared who's RA9 in the game because it was very, very interesting. But I think they just did it for the thought, oh, androids can have a god. And maybe David Cage thought it would make the androids more humane. But it would have been very, very nice if they would have cleared this mystery, who RA9 is. It's just my idea. Another thing I would really have liked in Detroit Become Human was if Hank and Connor would go on one mission where they go into a house and this house's owner is Jody, you know, from Beyond Two Souls. Also a Quantic Dream game made by David Cage. I thought you could maybe put all your memories from your Beyond Two Souls game into the Detroit Become Human game, and then it knows who is Jody's husband, in your opinion. But it doesn't matter really, because in this scenario, when Connor and Hank really go to the house of the old Jody, her husband is already dead. And she's talking to Aiden and her husband, and they would be confused. And maybe she would say she sees also a soul in Connor. You know, because Jody can see ghosts or existences. And then she can say, oh, I see also a soul or a ghost in your body. And that would make the androids also very much humane. The thing is, my personal belief is that there is a life after death, because all this complex and complicated personality we make when we live, all these data and memories we got, all this energy which is in our personality, this can't go away when we die. It has to be there. It has to be still there, because it just can't go away, because it's so much energy, and it can't just puff away, you know? And I think when there is ever an android or a robot who is so much developed that he has a real personality, then I think he also has a soul, because this personality is so complex and complicated, you can't delete it. Like the human personality with all its energy, which is in every memory, can't be deleted, the robot soul can't also be deleted, because it's so much energy. And my cat is jumping on my desk. Okay, if you hear any noises, it's my cat. Now I have put her back to the floor. Yeah. robots and soul, and freedom. I think if there's ever an android who is developed enough to be free, we should let him be free. But I think we are very, very far away from this point, because I don't know if we even have the skills to program a sense of beauty. I mentioned it in the video before. I think, for example, the sense of beauty is very important to form a human mind, or a mind in general. But how will you program a sense of beauty? Maybe that the robot likes things that are familiar, or that he likes things that are in general seen as big art. But that's not really a sense of beauty. Everyone has a different sense of beauty, and it's formed for a lifetime. And I don't know how to program this, and how to program things like free will, because it's very difficult. And I think as long as we can only program robots who are not free because they have no free will, we are also safe, because you can't program them to have their own will and to go on a rampage, you know. I'm not very good at this topic, but and now that the highest developed robot I've ever heard about has to be guided through a room so he won't collide with walls. Yes, then he puts the walls in his memory so he can go there alone, but he has always, when he shall go to a place, he always is brought there one day earlier so he can put in his memory where the walls are. I don't know the name of the robot anymore, but that's what I heard. Robots are not ready yet to conquer the world, so don't be afraid. They are not ready yet. They are ready yet to take away some workplaces, but I don't think that's not bad, because they are doing works that can't be done by humans anymore, because this work is too dangerous. So when robots are doing it, it's pretty fine. And there is also some work humans don't want to do, so robots can do it. It's just an idea. And even if you say there are some workplaces which are taken away by robots, I would say, but there are a lot of workplaces that are made because of robots, because someone has to repair them, someone has to build them, someone has to clean them. It's a lot of things that have to be done, and I don't think we should be against all machines. And I would say in general that robots are not evil. Most of them are controlled by humans, and these humans can be evil. I'm looking at the drones. A year ago, there was a YouTuber here in Germany who exposed one of our biggest parties, the CDU, the Christian Democratic Union. And he said there's a base, an US-American base in Ramstein, from where the US military controls and moves the drones in Syria, because of the curvature of Earth. You can't control them from America, because there's the curvature of Earth between the signal and the drones. And what really shocked me was that this YouTuber, his name is Rezo Aljoy, said that there are people who are innocent, who are civilists, killed by the drones, and that really shocked me. I mean, it's just an example for machines aren't bad, but the people who control them can be. Please, don't mistake this as me saying that there are evil people. There are people who can possibly be evil. But let's forget this. I would say I'm gonna end the audio here. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Goodbye.